Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Watcher of Realms video. Guys, we've got a new Shard Summon event. Just popped in game actually. It's going to open in just under 4 days. You can add it to your calendar and get involved. But we've got this new champion. I think it's an epic here. Let's just get into the mix of what's going on. Let me in game. She's in the Cursed Cult. Is she actually showing in here? I think it's a brand new character actually, because it looks like in the information, she's actually going to be a lord. So it's worth calling out. We've got a brand new epic here, Abizu. I don't know how to say that name. Anyway, generally with these events, we get way more fragments than we need. So, you know, Watcher of Realms do a good job on these kind of like epic fusions, epic kind of like shard summon champions. You can see the calendar here. So we kind of got a couple of spiritual altars. We've got the arrival of heroes coming in, which is generally your summons. Awakening of heroes, which is pretty much leveling dudes up. And then you've got the different events where it's kind of like do gear raid 1, 2, or 3, which go alongside the Brave Conquest, which is just like do stuff like that. Jewel of Champions is arena, and then Tales of the Smith is leveling gear. I've never struggled with any of these events, like not even a little bit, and they give you so much more room that you can definitely pick up the epic heroes. What's really good about these is epic lords are game changing for accounts. Okay, so this actual hero is not in the game right now, but I can kind of give you a sense of this faction and you know where it makes a bit of a difference. Now, this particular hero has actually got the same lord skill as Aeon here. So Aeon I've used before. Aeon's pretty good as a lord, not a great hero herself, but she's good as a lord in terms of what she brings. So increases faction team members' damage dealt to enemies inflicted with stun, freeze, or some sort of immobilization. You get 20% more damage basically when you're freezing someone or slowing or whatever. And specifically in Gear Raid 1, this is a great lord skill. So basically you've got the option now, if you've either got Aeon already, okay, fine, but now you've got an option of a second lord for this faction. And when we look at some of the other heroes that are here, depending on who you've got, you know, we've all got, well, not all of us, but Iona's a great mage and will do a lot of damage for you. If you picked her up quite early, then she was a good one to pick up. I thought Mary was in this faction, but I must be going crazy because she's not. But others that are, Hollow's good for this faction, not as a damage dealer. You've got Greed, who does good amounts of damage and some control as well, so his damage will be pumped up. But then you've got some really good legendaries in here as well. So someone like Vienna, tons more damage, you know, an extra 20% damage for her. It's fantastic. Maybe we all picked up, or some of us picked up Captain Reeve. That'll be more damage for him if we want to go down that route. But yeah, generally the Lord skill is super effective. So I've taken some screenshots here from some of the test server coverage that they've put on their kind of link, just because I'm interested to see what the kit's actually like for this hero in particular. So a talent here restores 15 rage when an enemy dies in range. Which you think about that for Gear Raid 1, you've got multiple enemies coming in. So you've got the chance to be triggering this consistently. So basically more rage means more ults. We've then got the basic skill. So that's doing AoE damage to up to 5 enemies. So again, we've got an idea of how many we're going to be hitting, but 110% AoE damage when fully booked or fully leveled up. Pretty solid. I've seen some of the damage. I watched a Fastidious video on the test server. And you know, the damage level for Gear Raid 1 was actually really solid. We then got the second passive here. So when the hero has Psych Force, which I'll talk about in a minute, and hits an enemy with a basic attack, it generates ground effect area, which deals more damage per second. So a bit like what happens with Greed, I guess. You get an additional amount of damage. Airborne units take half that damage. But yeah, nice additional AoE. And then basically to talk about what Psych Force is. So for 12 seconds, you get each stack increases attack by 3%. So you can get up to 30% more attack by just getting this Psych Force out. And then when you're proccing your ult, which is only 600 rage, by the way, only 600 energy to get that away, which is super cheap, deals 160% damage 3 times to up to 10 enemies in range. Every one target hit grants 1 stack of Psych Force. So you're going to get this extra 30% attack really comfortably for a lot of the fight. So yeah, I mean, feels to me like, firstly, why wouldn't you do it? But feels like a really good epic hero that's going to help you with Gear Raid 1 to me. and well worth getting involved in. Let me know what you think, though, down below. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.